Welcome to Sergeant Sue on the mic, Airman's Journey in the Air National Guard. I'm your host, Sergeant Sue, and this is the podcast where we sit down with real airmen and have real conversation. So,
come see us, get inspired, aim high, fly, fight, win, get to know the Air National Guard. Write your story, earn that key. Come see us, get inspired.
Again, I think I just caught that perfect
timing.
So, but yeah, so the student flight for me, when I came in for my first week was quite the experience. I mean, getting to see that was the first time I had experienced that, like the first like little glimpse of like the brotherhood, you know, like just being able to train with a bunch of other guys that have no idea what they're doing either. Like
guys and gals.
We're guys and gals, yep. So being able to train with them and experience that was something, you know, I always flip back to the memories. So we were working out together and we had circles. We had like little groups of like 8 in every circle, and we were doing
pyramid push-ups, pyramid squats,
all of it. But there was a certain flip in, I don't know if it was our group that started it, but all of a sudden, like, we started counting out each other's reps for each other. Yeah. But then the other group started doing it. So now you're trying to be louder than the other groups are. And it's just like a bunch of animals in there, just like going crazy about these workouts. But you don't even realize it, but you're pushing yourself more than like you ever were before, because now all these people are watching you and like counting on you, like to like actually keep finishing the reps so that they can go and finish their reps, you know?
Exactly.
So, like,
and it's a little competitive because your team is going against another team. So you're trying to not let your people down, but you're also trying to beat against the other team. Oh, I love that day. It was so fun. And I think the next day, you guys are like, my legs!
Yeah.
What am I going to do about my legs?
Yeah.
You guys are hurting so bad.
I think the Air Force needs to focus more on stretching.
Oh, yeah.
We focus a lot on the lifting part, and then they're like, all right, go home and maybe stretch. You know? So,
go drive your 30 minutes home.
Right.
Get stiff.
Yeah.
We should incorporate some stretching. And that's my biggest issue. I've had a couple of injuries in my knee, my hamstring, and my calves because I don't stretch.
What was your job before? You had a job before recruiting, correct?
Yes. Okay. So I was EA, engineering assistant in civil engineering.
Sure.
So I was doing the maps and the surveying and doing helping out the dirt boys level out some land and stuff and put tents up or organize where the tents should be.
For sure.
And then I would do, before that, I was the aircraft maintenance, which I wanted to be.
Yep.
Specifically fuel system specialist. So anything that's considered with fuel, so leaks. I did the leaks, the pumps, the fuel pumps, the bladder. Inside the C-130, they have these bladders. So let's say they're big old garbage bag full of, it's dumbed down, but garbage bag full of fuel, and it limits the amount of sloshing inside the aircraft.
Okay.
So there's fuel cells inside the aircraft, and if it gets, there's a layer of it, so if it gets shot, it kind of like seals itself. So there's no actual fuel coming out if it gets shot.
Sure.
If it gets punctured.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's the bladders, and so I did the fuel cells, the probes, which indicate how much fuel is inside the aircraft, the wiring harness along the wing to power the probes and stuff.
So you were working with everything.
Yeah, all within the wing and all about the fuel.
Okay.
Which was very cool. My team was so awesome. We worked hard.
For sure.
And so I was in the Air Reserve before at Pope Army Airfield. And our team was so well knit together like a team. We did everything together. One person had PT, we all had PT. One person had dental, we all had dental.
For sure.
The Air Reserve is a little different from here because we were on Fort Bragg. So it was an Army base in Fayetteville, and we were attached to it. So it was a wild time out there, and it was so much fun. But yeah, that was aircraft maintenance, C-130s. Yep. It was a good time.
Yeah, and I'm sure that was tough on your body though too over time.
Man, so tough. And then we would inhale the fumes of the JP-8. And that was kind of damaging too. And you get a little lightheaded and stuff. You're like, oh my God, what is this, tequila? No. Like, what's happening? Where am I going?
Nervous for that next drug test that they give you. It's like, hey, you guys did this to me.
Yeah, I just did maintenance. Hello. But yeah, there were some days that you're just getting out of that thing and you're like, woo,
Absolutely.
time to go party. Oh man, but it was good. My experiences throughout the time of my military career, 14 and a half years.
Wow.
No one's counting, but 14 and a half.
I would be.
And then Air Reserve, I did about 4.5. You know, the Air Guard the rest of the time, so that's 10. But 9 of it was just part-time. So like I said, you're very lucky. I've been a DSG, or they call them weekend warrior,
Yeah.
but just the 1 week in a month for 9 years. And then I applied to be a recruiter because I love talking to people. It benefited me throughout those 9 years. I got my degree. I'm getting my pilot's license. I was able to buy a house via home loan. So I know it exponentially improved my life.
Absolutely.
And I just want everybody to take advantage. It's like a shortcut on life. You're getting a boost up over the fence just because you don't have to climb the whole fence. Let me help you over, you know?
Yep.
So that's why I wanted to be a recruiter and applied for it, so I can help people. And I think I did. I got over 100 people in here.
Absolutely.
You'll see them around base. They might make fun of me when I'm around.
It's pretty easy.
That's my recruiter.
Yeah.
Hey. But yeah,
I
man,
think
I
Technical
loved
Sergeant
it.
Lowe's happy that he's not usually around this base.
Oh yeah,
Because he'd get a lot from me too.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's the way it goes.
that's the way it goes. We got to go visit him at the GSU.
Absolutely. I'd be down for that.
So now you are doing temp technician and finance. You're learning your job,
Yes,
right? And now we're gonna move into going to tech school. Your technical training, which is where?
My technical training is going to be held at Keesler Air Force Base, which is in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Mississippi, which I will be in Mississippi mid-May. I'll be there.
All right, well then you're going to see me at some
Yeah?
point. Yeah. I'll still
Okay.
be there because, I don't go to tech school until April 29th.
How long is it?
So it's like 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
So I'll
perfect.
be there from April until I think my graduation day from tech school is about June 11th or something, June 10th.
Nice.
So you'll see.
Ours is going to be May 4th through the 8th, if I'm remembering correctly.
Okay.
We'll be there.
Okay.
The whole team. It's
All
our regional training for recruiting.
Sweet.
So
You'll have to
we'll
let me
pop
know
in.
when you're out or when you're over there.
Hey, what's up?
For sure.
Lowe's going to be there, so you get to make fun of him.
Excellent. I've been waiting my turn.
That's cool. So tell me, what are your plans now? Now that you kind of have your next 6 months, what's your 3-year plan? What's your 5-year plan in the military or in life? Tell me, do you have a wife that depends on you, or you depend on your wife?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do you have a girlfriend? Do you have kids? Like, tell me a little bit more.
For sure. Yeah. As far as let's go into let's stick with the military for now. That was a lot of questions. We're gonna go with the military, but I mean 3 to 5 year plan. I really want to. So I signed a 6-year contract.
Mm-hmm.
I signed a 6-year contract. My goal by the end of the 6-year contract is to hit staff sergeant.
Cool.
So that's my first goal. I want to be Sergeant Nelson. Like that's my plan. I think that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to hit sergeant before my 5 years, and then honestly, the goal since I started has been because you can't get into recruiting without being a staff sergeant first.
Mm-hmm.
So my goal is to become a recruiter like you guys.
Awesome.
I'm kind of that same way where I just love talking to people, and if I can talk to people and also help them out, I feel like I've had a very unique experience getting into all of this.
Mm-hmm.
And so being able to share my story, but also help others that are going through that same process of not getting what they wanted initially, and being able to hit that like pivot point where it's like, okay, are you willing to like work through this a different angle, or do you just not feel comfortable anymore? Is that just it for you? And that was a big deal for me that Tech Sergeant Lowe could do that, and I'm really hoping that I can do that same thing for others.
Nice. Well, what is it? Flexibility is the key to air power.
Yep.
It's one of our mottos.
Yeah. So I mean, and it's true. It's true. I mean, you have to be able to adapt like that. And so it's just, it's really important to me that I can lead others in a better way than I was even led, you know, and I've been led fantastic. So I got steered in a very good direction from the very start of this thing, and I just hope that I can do that for others. So recruiting would be something that would be a goal of mine for sure, military-wise. So that's kind of on that side. I do still have to put my time in. I got to earn my stripes a little bit. So I got to put my time in and keep my head down and keep working. So that's the plan. So on top, or besides, on the other side of things, just like more of my personal life, I do have a very beautiful girlfriend at home. Unfortunately, we are doing long distance right now. So it's not super easy, but she also makes it easy.
Okay.
She's my pride and joy of everything. I mean, she really is everything to me. The whole time during basic training, I mean, I got more letters from her than I could even send back, you know, like, because the letter process at basic, if anybody goes through the basic training letter process, they're able to send you letters within like a day or two, and your letters don't get back out to them for like 5 days maybe. So they can send you like 2 or 3 letters, but by the time you respond to the first one, she's already moved on. And it's like, well, like, I tried, you know. So
per your first letter, per your second letter,
that's literally
per your third letter.
That's what it is. So, but no, I mean, she was just absolutely wonderful throughout basic training. And
shout out, what's her name?
Ellie.
Shout out to Ellie.
Yeah. So she is truly amazing though. And then I've got a lot of family back home in Chicago. That's where I'm from initially. And so,
you know, I was born in Cook County, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah, Cook County.
Born in Cook County.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah, I was. I'm a Kendall County kid. So.
I don't know. I left when I was 3.
Celebrating it like you represent.
I don't represent
Cook County.
I don't know.
At 3 years old, he was repping the block.
I was repping the snow and county, Cook County.
Yeah. But yeah, no.
At least same county, right?
Right, absolutely. So not Cook though. It's not. You've got that one covered.
I've got that one covered.
Got that one covered.
No one allowed in Cook County now.
So
that's awesome.
I just know that the military is going to get me set up for that. So I mean,
are you thinking of continuing after the 6 years, 12-year contract, or another 6, another 12, 18? Like, do you want to be life?
Be a lifer.
Lifer.
Honestly, if my goal is to, I think it really depends on where my goals lie when I get there. You know, things change on a daily basis. If you ask any airman anywhere if they plan on staying or not, they all go, I don't know, because every day it changes.
It does.
Like, and it depends on the opportunities you're offered. I mean, there is so many opportunities within the National Guard. There's so many opportunities outside of the National Guard. I mean, like, things change on a dime, and the military just offers you pretty much any avenue you want to take, as long as you're willing to put in the work and or the training to get to that point. So, like, it really is just, I mean, the world is yours, with the military at your disposal, because they just, I mean, every time I have a conversation with even my own unit in finance, like, they always tell me, like, hey, if this is something that, like, you don't find yourself loving by the end of it, like, if you want to go somewhere else, we will make sure you get there. That's what I love about being here, is that they're never going to hold you back just because maybe you're good at your job with them. They're never going to hold you back just because you want to do something else. They're going to help you get there.
They're going to try to push you and cultivate you to do something better. Yep. And that's how I changed my career 3 times in the whole 9 years as a DSG until I became full-time. And another thing that you were talking about is the networking. Networking, because you said there's opportunities everywhere. The networking is the biggest thing you can use here in the Guard, because there's about 1,400 members here that has jobs in all facets of life. You have plumbers, electricians, you have HVAC people, you have business people, you have finance people, you have people that own businesses, like all aspects of life, where if you just talk to one person, they can connect you with somebody else that can hook you up. So that's another thing. Networking here is the biggest thing. And for prime example, one of the guys that was in contracting, he was talking to somebody at the GSU, and then he was able to get a job over there.
Wow.
So it's like things like that where you can move around just because of the networking.
Right, and I mean, I love just being able to connect with so many different people like that, and not only just the networking of like here to the GSU and to wherever you go, but
The GSU is the geographically separating unit that is attached with the 145th, but geographically separated approximately 1 hour from Charlotte. Is called the GSU, and right next to it we call it the RTS, which they're next to but halved, and the RTS, the regional training site, and there's only 4 of those around in the U.S., and we're one of them where we give training to civil engineering squadrons like EA and HVAC and airfield electrician, and a couple other career fields in CE. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I forgot. We say GSU.
Just GSU. Yep. But just acronyms. We were talking about acronyms earlier too, and the acronyms were like, what? Why is there so many acronyms?
Yeah.
So confused.
That's the biggest thing when you walk in the military. I mean, all of a sudden there's all these acronyms that like until you actually just get in and like start understanding it, like you won't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
So, but back to like the connection piece. But not only that, but with the guard units, I've noticed that there's a lot of branch diversity. So. Because it's the guard, some people will come from like an Army contract, finishing their Army contract, and they'll come into like the Air National Guard and just finish out part-time with whatever they're doing. But they've already come from a contract from the Army or come from the Marines. Like we have all of that here. We've got people. Just talked to a woman this morning in the finance department. She was coming from 24 years of service in the Army. And she was talking to us in the finance department of this Air National Guard base. And I was like, I never would have thought like people from other branches were going to come into like my office and come talk to me, you know? So it's really cool to see how much different connections you can make, especially because you think about it and like we're Air Force, but we all, at the end of the day, when we're on the battlefield, you know, we've got Air Force, we've got Marines, we've got Navy, like we all work together regardless.
You got to help everybody.
Everybody's
one team, one
connected,
fight.
Right. Everybody's connected. So that's something that's always been really beneficial and really like helped me understand kind of like the dynamic that we have here in the military. It's just like, you know what, like everybody's got their story here and we're all here fighting for one thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, well, how about this? We're going to move on to some controversial topics.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
All right.
I can do it.
I've written these down.
Okay.
Because it's so controversial.
That's all right. That's all right.
All right.
Get some water in me first.
Pineapple on pizza.
So good.
What?
Pineapple on pizza is so good.
You too?
Warm pineapple, you cannot go wrong.
Sweet and savory, I can't do
It's
it.
so good.
Spicy and savory, I could do.
Spice,
Like pepperoni and jalapenos.
Are you like the person that puts tahini on watermelon?
Yeah,
Can't do it.
That's so good.
See, I can't do that.
With a little lime juice in there.
Yeah, see, not for me.
Might be a Latino thing. I don't know.
That could be true. No, but my very, very white sister also does that. She's gonna watch this now.
She's gonna be like, "What? Why are you bringing me into this?"
Catching strays over there.
Dang. Okay.
But,
So watermelon tagine.
Yeah.
That's something you don't like, but you love.
I love pineapple on pizza. I'll do it every day.
Wow.
It was my favorite pizza growing up. Was Hawaiian pizza. I loved
with the ham in it. Oh,
or what they call it, the Canadian bacon or whatever.
Oh, the Canadian. They're the big ones, right?
Yeah.
All right. What's your second choice of pizza then?
Second choice of pizza is it's probably. I mean, I'm a deep dish guy, obviously.
Okay.
You gotta rep Chicago because that's where I'm from. I grew up more than just 3 years there, you know. So
I don't know nothing about deep dish.
Deep dish is always a good one.
My pizza's on a tortilla.
So deep dish is always a good one. And then I honestly grew up. Me and my brothers, we would always get pepperoni and bacon.
Pepperoni and
we
bacon.
would throw pepperoni and bacon
good.
together, and for some reason, like it was just on a thin crust pizza. It was so good.
Yeah,
we
always
got it. So I mean, pepperoni and bacon is a solid choice.
I like it. How about I'm not gonna do that one. Coffee or tea?
More of a coffee guy. I definitely do coffee, but I will do both. It just depends on the day, really, or just what's accessible to me.
Okay.
But
What's in finance? What do they offer you there?
They don't offer me.
They don't got nothing there.
No.
All that money.
I know.
Not your money, though.
All that money, and they want me to pay 50 cents for one of their K-cups.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, but
talk.
I think our senior master sergeant goes out and actually like purchases them from like Sam's Club and stuff and just keeps it stocked. So I think it's more just like, hey,
just to
just to make sure we have it for the team if they actually.
Is this the lieutenant colonel?
This was the senior master sergeant. She just got promoted recently, actually.
Oh, okay.
So, but
Shout
she does
out,
everything.
congrats.
Yeah, senior master sergeant Northrop. She does pretty much everything for our office.
Congratulations.
Right. So. So we got the K-cups
K-cups.
there if we need it, but mainly I'll drink coffee. Recently I've been doing the energy drink thing, so that's been really good. I switched back, so I was doing energy drinks, switched to coffee and tea, and then I went to the dentist, and then I switched back to energy drinks because the coffee were like coloring my teeth.
Oh,
like
so
they were like,
gotta-
man, you got all that stains in your teeth. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going back to
Or you got to drink it from a straw. That's what I've seen people do.
Yep. So that's Ellie. That's my girlfriend. She drinks all of her coffee from a straw.
Oh, does she?
But I'm like too manly to do that.
Yeah,
like, it just
we can't
feels
be.
weird. It's like I can't look in another man's eyes and be sipping my coffee through a straw. You know?
Yeah. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. You're right.
That's right. So, but yeah, coffee probably over tea for sure.
Coffee over tea.
For sure.
Me too. I'm a coffee guy, but sometimes I want sweetness, but I can't do creamer because I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh.
So sometimes it's the almond or the coconut.
You say almond or almond?
I say almond.
Almond.
Almendra.
Okay.
So almendra is in Spanish.
Oh,
so
okay.
when I think, sometimes I think in Spanish.
Yeah.
So-
makes sense.
Almond.
Was Spanish your
How
first
do you say
language?
it? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But yeah, almond is
Almond.
what us Americans
Almond.
say. I feel like I have to have my pinky up.
I'm drinking some almond juice. No, water. Wait, milk.
Almond milk. Almond juice sounds crazy.
All right, so I'm lactose intolerant.
Yep, let's go back there.
Yeah. So, no. How about cake or pie?
Cake or pie?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like I have to go pie.
Pie.
Yeah, I feel like I have to go pie because honestly, like growing up, like cake was almost too much for me.
Yeah, it was
Like,
the sweetness, you think?
It was not exactly this. Yeah, maybe the sweetness mixed with just like the frosting was always too much. Like it was like always too much frosting, and then there was just like a lot of like. It was a lot of like cake to it, you know, where it's
Yeah.
just like with the pie, you get like a thicker crust, you get a little bit of crunch to it, and then it kind of oozes into like the either the cherry or the apple or whatever
Yes.
fruit is in there. And then pumpkin pie, never
Oh.
go wrong with that.
I love it. Sweet potato pie?
Sweet potato pie is also really good. I don't have it as often,
Yeah,
but I've
yeah.
had it before and it was very good.
I'm a pie guy too. I love the pie. Just like you said, the crust,
Yeah.
the crunch, and then you got
And then you got the sweet middle.
Yeah, the sweet
Yeah.
middle or whatever it's not pudding, but it's the
The filling.
whatever the filling. The filling. Oh
yeah.
man, it makes
yeah,
it
it's
so
kind of
good.
the same thing with like cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
You get that kind of like crusty out exterior, and then you get to the center where it's just like the best part.
Yeah, it's the
like I'll
softness.
eat all of the crust around that center of the cinnamon roll, and then I'll just eat the center by itself because it's the best part. You save it.
The best. All right, so we got our controversial questions. Were you scared?
I don't think I was that scared. Honestly, I mean, after going through basic, what can
Yeah.
really scare you?
What can really scare you?
Right.
All right, so we're on our last bit of our podcast.
Sure.
Can you give our listeners and our viewers on either camera you want, and just let them know, just give them some advice or what you think they need to know.
For sure. First off, North Carolina Air National Guard is the best guard unit. Just have to put that out there. We've got the best recruiters. We've got the best people. I think it's just amazing. So
I didn't pay him to
We'll-
say that. I did not pay him.
We'll throw that out there. But no, for sure. I came into this as a 27-year-old. I don't even have a rank yet. I literally came into this as an Airman Basic, no schooling, no nothing to support my enlistment. So I came in with no rank. So I should get my first rank in April. But to be able to walk on this base and still be treated very respectfully to be treated like I'm a part of everything. Like I was so worried about this little tiny patch with a picture on it. And to tell you the truth, like anybody can come in here and be great. Anybody in here can succeed here, not because like you already have the tools to do so, because everyone else wants to give you the tools to do so. Everyone here is here for one mission, and you're more than capable of doing it as long as you're willing to put in the work. And honestly, like I recommend anybody that's even questioning it to do it, because it set me up in ways that I couldn't even imagine, and I haven't even like scratched the surface of my time here yet. So that's the best advice I could give you.
All right, well that's it. I'm gonna do my little. That's a wrap. Thanks, buddy. You man.
Sir. Oh, that was good.
That's a wrap. Another episode of Sergeant Sue on the mic, Airman's Journey in the Air National Guard. I'm your host, Sergeant Sue, and I'll see you on the next episode.
It's your moment, time to fly. Come see us.